Thank you for your interest in the University of Iowa Glaucoma Fellowship. Our program has 1 fellow and 4 busy clinical and surgical faculty, as well as 2 involved emeritus faculty. We take immense pride in developing fellows into the best clinicians and surgeons that they can be. We do this through busy clinics with immense pathology, as well as busy ORs with a wide breadth of surgical techniques. We believe that your fellowship year should be your best year yet.
The fellow works with our fantastic first and third year ophthalmology residents in the clinic. Our main campus clinic is the only work location that the fellow goes to, and it comprises a single floor where all subspecialty services are located. This makes it pretty easy to put our heads together with our colleagues and friends over in, say, the retina or cornea clinics, for example, and work together collaboratively for quality patient care. Our electronic health record is epic. As it happens, in addition to being one of the glaucoma faculty, I am also the clinical informaticist for the ophthalmology department, and I can help you with optimizing the electronic health record for your use. While it's not mandatory, if the fellow is interested in working on clinical informatics or clinical operations projects with me, we do get those epic-related quality of life improvements published from time to time. We have a great support staff in the glaucoma clinic with dedicated glaucoma technicians, an administrative support assistant who helps with things like prior authorizations, a research assistant who helps coordinate study enrollments and more, and we also have award-winning diagnostic staff with photography, perimetry, and echography. I myself also do a lot of ophthalmology podcasting, and I'm working on creating a multimedia studio for further broadcast education endeavors, which the fellow is always welcome to participate in if they'd like.
Our fellowship offers a wide variety of surgeries from a large referral base. A lot of our patients come from outside providers who are located hours away from us. So by the time they reach us, they are often requiring surgery to treat their glaucoma. As a result, we get a great number of referrals and in addition keep regular follow-ups of our complex cases. Having such a wide referral base allows us to utilize the entire surgical glaucoma armamentarium, from cataract surgeries with and without mix to traps to tubes, as well as revisions. We still perform a large amount of trabeculectomies and a lot of tube shots. However, there are also plenty of opportunities to do mixed procedures. Currently, we do eye stents, Kahoot dual blade, hydrus, GAT, and combined canaloplasty plus trabeculotomies. In addition, we also do cyclodestructive procedures and we do the micropulse transcranial laser therapy for glaucoma. These lasers we cannot only do in the OR, but we also offer them in our clinic, which makes them quickly accessible for our patients if necessary the same day. In addition, office-based laser procedures like SLT iridotomies, iridoplasty are still part of our regular routine. Last, we can offer new surgical techniques which are not yet approved by participating in investigational device trials for FDA approval. Thus, our fellows get first-hand experience with the next generation of surgical developments. Furthermore, the glaucoma service is involved in management of ocular tumors with iridocyclectomies, and we also coordinate with the posterior segment oncology service as well for the placement of plaques. Our glaucoma service also takes care of pediatric patients with congenital or juvenile glaucomas, for which we cover the entire surgical spectrum if needed. There is no shortage of cataract surgeries, both as standalone or in combination with glaucoma procedures, which the fellows and chief residents are involved in as primary surgeons. We are in the fortunate position of having a dedicated surgical eye team which allows us to work with the same technicians, scrub techs, and other ancillary staff daily. This has led to work processes becoming very smooth and routine. Ultimately, this positively impacted quality of care and also resulted in finishing clinics and OR days on time. We structure the rotations for our residents in the glaucoma fellowship in our department such that the residents and the fellow are in the operating room separately. This affords a great degree of elbow room and ensures that the fellow has the chance for teaching with the faculty on an individual basis. The fellows are given a lot of surgical opportunities in regard to caseload and one-on-one teaching opportunities. They get regular feedback and we take a great amount of pride in the surgical volume with which the fellows graduate. The volume far exceeds the requirement and is high enough to enable the fellow later to operate independently and confidentially on all glaucomas from standard cases to highly complex cases.
Here at the University of Iowa, we take a lot of pride in education. Our fellows get a lot of opportunities for autonomy, but we really value dedicated teaching time. This comes in a lot of different forms. One is we have morning rounds every morning. This is department-wide, where we go over on-call cases, difficult cases that might need an interdisciplinary approach, and it helps us keep up to date on non-glaucoma topics as well. Following clinic at 5 o'clock, the dedicated faculty member, the fellow, and the residents on service all get together to talk about interesting cases from the day. It gives us more time to go in more depth about questions that people might have, management techniques, photos, go over a little bit more about the patient story itself, and it really can kind of guide the conversation however we see fit. Furthermore, we always talk about a single glaucoma topic from the glaucoma curriculum. This is a conversation that the PGY2 leads, but everybody adds to it through clinical pearls, photos, cases that come to mind. It ends up being a really casual and informative discussion that we kind of cater to those there, and just a conversation that guides however we'd like it to. It is a wonderful part of my day, and I always learn quite a lot from it. Other things, we have monthly Interesting Case Conference. This is something that the glaucoma faculty plus the fellow do. Oftentimes, Dr. Allward and Dr. Kwan come to these where we talk about really interesting and tough clinical and surgical cases. We might review a surgical video, we might go over, bring up some photos, clinical conundrums, all of these things, and we can kind of tap into the wisdom of those around us and have really in-depth conversations about it. Of course, we have a journal club, and that takes place throughout the year. Additional things, we have clinical conferences that take place throughout the year. Our glaucoma specific one is the Armley Lecture, where we invite someone in glaucoma to come speak. We are able to spend the day with them as well. We have a dedicated wet lab, and this is something that's new and is just one of the prettiest wet labs I've ever seen. We have it's dedicated to ophthalmology. We have access to it all the time. We have phaco machines there. We have pedal controlled scopes. We have eye models. We have sutures. We have simulation things there. So it really gives you an opportunity to kind of expand on your surgical technique however and whenever you'd like. And then lastly, I just kind of want to point out the clinical resources, things like that. We have some of the most amazing photographers. We have world-renowned ultrasonographers and some of the nicest patients and most generous patients you've ever met. The combination of all these things is that it really caters to some of teaching and educational materials. So that includes, Dr. Powell has his podcast, Eyes for Ears, the Academy podcast. We have the Iowa Glaucoma curriculum and Dr. Allward's GoniaskiP.org websites. I have a patient education website, iaware.org. We have eye rounds, and all these things couldn't be possible without the environment that we get to be in on a day-to-day basis. I think that you'll see that being here at Iowa, people just want to learn, people want to work together as a team, and it is just one of the most exciting, most valuable places that I've been.
A research project is an important component of the Glaucoma Fellowship at the University of Iowa. Fellows have many opportunities to participate in research, both clinical projects and laboratory-based projects if desired. All of the glaucoma faculty members are deeply involved in clinical research, and I have a genetics laboratory that's available for fellow use as well. With the aid of our full-time research coordinator, we're able to conduct many clinical and genetic projects right out of our exam rooms without disrupting patient care. Our patients are the best in the world, grateful and eager to participate in our research, which makes enrollment very easy. We believe your research project will be both fun and exciting and give you exposure to research in ophthalmology and an ability to contribute to the field.
Hi, my name is Lee Allward. I'm an emeritus member of the ophthalmology department in the glaucoma service. I was drawn here in 1987 mostly because we have such a great department of ophthalmology, but also because Iowa City was very attractive to me. I've lived all over the country from rural Alaska to Miami, but this is my favorite place. It's a small city of about 75,000 people with a giant university and this huge medical center. Having the university here gives us great arts, gives us Big Ten sports, And my favorite thing it brings us is Hansher Auditorium behind us. Hansher is one of the world's great venues. We have 4 Broadway shows a year. We have big orchestras come here, famous musicians like Renee Fleming and Yo-Yo Ma. It makes it a very interesting and exciting place to live with lots of culture, very little crime, very little traffic. So I think you would like it as much as I do. I have 3 kids who lived all over the country and they all eventually came back to Iowa City. It's such a great place to live.